Well, hello, everyone.
Hey.
Back again for episode 7. Did I get it right?
Six?
I
think it's six.
Six.
Oh, snap. All right. Well, we're back again here. Syndicate team, Serge, Danny, Christian.
What's going
and
on?
our main man, Jesse Rizo, is in the house.
Yeah.
Jesse, tell everyone about your stuff. Jesse, introduce yourself.
Oh God, that was awkward.
I'm 19.
Well, my name's Jesse. I have a YouTube channel. You can find me on YouTube by searching Jesse Rizo. I do a lot of off-road content, DIYs, especially if you have a Tacoma. Anything that's has to do with an off-road.
More importantly, who are you a part of? Who are you a part? What jacket are you wearing right now, buddy?
I'm wearing one of the best jackets out right now.
You know what? So for all of you
go.
that don't know this, Jesse Rizo not only has a really cool YouTube channel, but he also is one of our presidents for the Syndicate Yotas.
Yes.
So there's more to this picture than meets the eye.
Yes, sir.
He also does a lot of events. He has a really cool rig, which I'm sure a lot of you out there have already seen through his YouTube channels. And yeah, he's part of our crew, man.
I'm proud to
We're
be.
excited.
Hey,
Proud to be part of Syndicate Off-Road, you know?
I feel
appreciate you, brother.
I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, that's nothing to be proud about, Jesse. Come on, just don't tell anyone.
Yeah, right.
I would
It's
keep
fun.
that on the down low.
All right, I'll do it
Syndicate guys.
So,
Trust me.
So tell us a little bit about like why you wanted to start your YouTube channel in the first place. So what like kind of drew you towards like the YouTube world?
All right, so it's a weird start. So back in the day, I had a good friend. His name was Bion. I don't think you guys ever met him, but he had a YouTube channel back in the day doing social experiments and stuff like that. So that actually kind of caught my attention. And from there, I was like, let's see how this goes. I'd help him film here and there. And then before actually this whole off-road scene, my Tacoma, if you guys don't know, I was more into the car scene.
I
And
remember
had
that.
a,
Yeah.
you know? So I was like, I should try to do this, but maybe in installs. So if you go way back into my videos, I do more of car installs or videos on my Subaru or stuff like that. And then from there, I still kind of helped him out with the social experiment videos. So I kind of would, on my channel, if you see my older videos, I would once in a while do, experimental videos as well.
What do you mean
Kinda
by
get
like
out there.
social experiments? Though you talking about like testing people's like
Yeah.
Like, would you open someone's brain up?
Like,
or-
are you a
No.
cheater?
No.
I'm gonna catch you if you are.
Explain
That'd be
a
a
little
good
bit,
one.
Jesse, because we're intrigued now.
What are you,
So-
Hannibal Lecter? Jesus.
So no,
Hey.
so actually, like go up to people. I don't know if you guys ever watch like prank videos or anything.
Test
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Are you talking about like test their kindness?
Like Gold Digger?
See how
Yeah.
far you
Gold
can
Digger
push
videos?
them?
Those are the best.
Yo, Gold Digger
I'm not
videos.
rich enough
We gotta
for
do a
that.
Gold Digger video.
Those are fun.
Seriously.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
use
yeah.
your Jeep for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my Jeep, not your car. No, my Jeep.
Don't
Anyways,
ever
go ahead,
call
Jesse.
my
Don't
Not
get
phone
off
even gonna
out
be
track.
able to
car.
get in the Jeep, and they're
I like-
like, "See ya."
Right?
I like Jesse more now. Go ahead, Jesse.
damn.
It's your turn.
Oh,
Yeah. So
God.
just videos like that, or just seeing how kind people are, or doing just social experiment videos. It's been so long I can't really remember, but just random things to see how people actually react.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Without them knowing they're getting filmed, and then of course their reactions being filmed is what's entertaining, because sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, right. Sometimes it's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of videos I never uploaded because of that.
So like
Oh,
that's
wow.
kind of where like your
My
filming
niche,
experience
yeah.
started, you know?
Exactly. And then I still would do the car content here and there. And then from there I started kind of watching YouTube videos. I was like, man, what's the next car I want to get? I was actually going to get a Lexus RCF. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to
Beautiful.
actually buy that and just build it. I was going to say a bad word, but yeah, build it. And then I was like, let me explore my options.
Okay.
A truck can do more. So I've always wanted a Toyota truck, Tacoma. So then I started seeing this new third gen design, which is the 2016 and up Tacomas.
Yeah.
And I really fell in love with that. Started looking at the pricings. It was a little cheaper than the Lexus. So a lot more things. I was like, I think I can do this. And then I started looking at YouTube videos, and I would see people's content. Some were good, but some people that would do like DIY videos, which is what I would like doing. I I don't want to be mean, but
No, go ahead, be mean.
they sucked.
Okay.
Well,
Just kidding.
Well, that was kind of mean.
Just kidding. But they wouldn't explain, like how to do it exactly. And me, if you see my older ones, I liked explaining stuff step by step, stuff like that. Because I know when I watch a YouTube DIY video, I want it to be detailed. I don't like watching those that, okay, so this is how you do it, and then they skip.
30,
and it's like,
that's
wait,
what I love
what?
about his videos.
Honestly, you are the reason why people like Serge know how to do stuff, because he needs step by step, like huge, like 45 font, instructions, just everything, because you're blind.
But what he's saying is the truth, though.
Yeah,
'Cause it's like all the
absolutely.
time.
See?
There's times where I watch videos and it's like it'll start something and it's like, okay, hey, I'll be back once I wire it up. I'm like, I need to see what wire you touched.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I need. I don't want to watch the
Right,
finish. I
right.
want to see the process.
Exactly.
Shout out to people like you, Jesse, that do that for us.
And it's actually, we use them a lot, not only for like the obvious stuff, but when we do certain wraps, and there's a lot of times where we go to
There's
remove a
technique,
part of
Yeah.
the vehicle because it has to be removed, and we're like, the kind of videos that you make is exactly what we look for, because
There's
it's like so detailed, and we're like, okay, now we know how to do this and not break it, and then
Exactly.
So, yeah, we appreciate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what dragged me. So I ended up, looking into the Tacoma. I ended up getting it. And then I told myself, okay, when I started on this one, that's how I'm going to keep it. Always detailed. And then, I don't know.
That's awesome.
Wait, so you got a 2-wheel drive first, though, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, that's the sad part.
Okay. We talked about this a little bit with Eric.
Yeah.
Last week about the first run you did with us. Remember that?
Oh
When
my
we
God.
met Eric.
Oh my
Eric
God.
was there.
Yeah, I
Eric
know.
was there.
And the sad part, I mean, at that point, I didn't know how to drive it either. Like, I was really scared and like,
Because you had just gotten it not too long before that.
So
it was
I didn't
like
really
that.
know the ins and outs of
Right.
even. I mean, I know it's 2-wheel drive, but
His paint was still pretty.
Oh, it was beautiful. Well, good thing we turned out. None of us made it. So
Yeah.
we talked about that. We won't get into it again, but no one made it. And that was crazy.
Very
It was just a
rainy
very
day.
washed out
It was
thing.
fun.
So how long have you had your YouTube video?
so
Channel.
channel. I've actually
My
had
bad.
it.
Sorry, he's a dinosaur. So.
That's okay. So from the social experiments and car videos, I've probably had it maybe 2.5 years.
Okay.
But as far as like the Tacoma content, it's probably been like a year and a half when I started.
Which is crazy, because you've grown your Tacoma following, or your Toyota, or your following so much within that last year and a
How
half.
much would you
Yeah.
say it's
Right?
grown since you transitioned into the trucks?
Probably everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
When I only had the car content, I was probably 300 subscribers and it was stuck.
Because it's so focused on that kind of.
And you're at
Yeah.
how many right now?
close to 20,000.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And would you say that part of that was the perfect timing of the channel, the transition you did, plus the fact that the Yoda world is such a huge thing right now? Like, everyone is getting a Yoda.
I think yes. I want to say yes, because I know when I was watching YouTube back then, like I said, when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and with the channel as well, all the content I would see, like I said, it wasn't good. And around the time when I did get the truck, that's kind of when I started seeing other bigger YouTubers, like, oh, damn.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
And then
Any regrets switching over?
no, not at all.
You prefer, if you had a choice and someone said, okay, we're going to gift you either a truck or a Lexus,
No.
which would you go
Truck.
with? The truck.
At
Okay.
this point, he
All right.
probably said the Lexus because he has a truck, though.
I want to
Yeah.
chime in for a second on that, because I think one of the reasons why his channel blew up so big is because, one, in the off-road world, a lot of people like to do it themselves.
Yes.
So they love to just get in, rip their
Is that
truck
because they're
apart,
single? Because they
build
spend
it
all their
up.
money on the rig?
No, it's not that. It's
No,
not that.
because
But-
you spend a lot of money on your
It's
rig.
like-
Oh,
You're
not
married.
that kind of do it yourself.
But at the same time, it's like, if you're gonna dump all this money into your rig, some people, well, I mean, I'm not gonna bash those kind of people that don't know how to do it or don't want to do it, but they pay a professional shop to get stuff installed, which is fine.
So you're bashing them.
But a lot of
He's
people,
bashing
no,
him.
I'm bashing
Danny,
you.
why are you bashing people?
I'm bashing you.
He's bashing him.
Jesus.
What
But
was one thing you did on your Jeep again?
That's why
good.
nobody
It-
likes you, Danny. It's all about
This
you.
is just mean. I
You're
need
mean
that
to
little,
everyone.
that sensor, the bleep, 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 bleep. I just need to bleep out Sergio completely.
Damn.
But I think that's why it like blew up in the first place, just because people love to watch videos, and Tacoma is such a huge like
Market.
Have you seen
following
his
around
face?
Toyota
That's why it
Tacomas.
blew up.
Oh no!
Yeah,
there we go.
Look at that smile.
Dang.
No.
Woo, Jesse
Jesus.
Rizzo.
His hair always looks so
You're
nice,
actually
too.
blushing, Jesse.
I know. Stop it.
We're making you blush.
Oh, yeah,
No,
just a little.
I think his channel blew up because he's with Syndicate. That's what I really.
That's the
think.
main reason.
I
Oh,
think he's with
God.
Syndicate, and I mean, anytime
like
anyone's
nobody.
with Syndicate, like you just blow up. Okay, everyone knows us.
Nobody knows
No.
who we are.
Number one.
We probably have like one
man.
subscriber on our little podcast.
Hey, see,
one, one listener.
We're doing
Now
what we
two.
always
Yeah,
do.
yeah, two.
We're now starting to talk about ourselves. Let's
Okay.
talk about Jesse.
I have a question.
Why do we
considering
always do
you're
that?
the one
that
back to the
said
Yodas, but
Yes.
where's okay? So you have your YouTube. Where do you see that being in 5 years?
Let's see.
At the
That's a
point you're
hard
at now,
question.
with the growth, with the transitions, with the companies that are wanting to partner up and work with you and stuff like that, where do you see yourself? Are you going to continue to be in the off-road world of the truck? Do you see yourself doing it full time? Do you see yourself out adventuring,
That's a good
camping,
question.
traveling, and doing YouTube? Or is it going to be more still local stuff? Like, what would you, I guess, want to lead your direction in for your YouTube?
I guess saying that you mentioned traveling, I've been getting a lot of comments lately, emails of people asking me to do more off-road content now. I guess I've touched mainly everything you can do on the Tacoma besides like bumpers and sliders.
Man, your
but-
whole inside was torn out just for the sound system. I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, that was a crazy video.
So, like that being said, as far as the traveling, I kind of want to start doing that. Just start traveling more, exploring places, of course, most cars can't get to, things like that.
Overlanding.
Yeah,
lot of
and just
overlanding.
record it, especially now. If you guys listening don't know, but Syndicate Off-Road is coming out with some trailers. They're going to be awesome. I've seen the prototypes.
Thank you.
So with that being said, I mean, I'm sure you guys are thinking the same.
Oh yeah.
So I think that would be an awesome, new niche to take on
Absolutely.
and explore and travel in a different way. I know normal civilians, they travel through plane, or maybe through car, but
I don't like driving, so that's me, dude.
yeah. So I would like to see the more nature side.
That's awesome.
So I think that's where I would want to take it.
and that's the fun part of it.
Yeah, and you know what? I if you all, for those of you that aren't really in this world, but for those of us that are, overlanding is becoming so big right now. It's like everyone is wanting to just be more free spirited. I think it comes with the whole dynamic of the world changing again a little bit. People are trying to get away from like their big $80,000 rigs,
Yeah.
buying more of like a Yoda or a Jeep, and throwing on a little 2-person sleeper on there and just traveling. And it's just the cost of it is just so much less, but yet you can experience and do, in my opinion, so much more.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what you're saying, because I know the Yodas, and we talked about this in one of our episodes, how the Syndicate Yodas are a little more like overland travel type, kind of group.
Yeah.
Whereas the
Adventurous.
Jeepers or the Syndicate Jeepers are more of like, oh, let's go to Big Bear Mountains for the day and do some rock crawling.
Exactly.
So it's two different worlds, but like me personally, even though I have a Jeep, I'm a
Overlander.
overlander. Yeah. That's kind of my thing, man.
And you guys are doing a trip to Tennessee, right?
Hopefully, if everything goes planned well, yes.
Why Tennessee?
Oh gosh, you guys are gonna laugh.
Okay.
We
I
want
want to
I'm
visit
ready
there
to
for the
laugh
food.
at
We have a good laugh right
we
now.
we actually want to see fireflies.
Wait,
He's an
how-
honest man. I can't be
How
mad.
long is the drive to
mad
Tennessee,
at that.
Jesse?
It's probably like 27, 28 hours.
You know, there's YouTube.
Okay,
right?
do
You
they
can
have
YouTube them and,
some
like,
kind of
you can literally
firefly?
YouTube
Okay.
firefly. Is it like a firefly exhibit or something
I
like
think
that? Like-
No.
Okay,
Look,
Outdoors.
I'll put a
fire-
yellow light on it.
Oh damn.
Firefly. There you go. See, we just saved
Yeah.
you a ton of gas.
Oh,
okay,
gosh.
Christian. I know you were like big, like, oh, I'm gonna go to Tennessee with the guys. I'm gonna go to Tennessee with the guys.
I'll
After
still
hearing
go.
that.
I get to see fireflies. You don't.
You see, he's on my side.
Yeah. All right, dude. Have
Yeah.
a good
All
time.
right.
Well,
yeah.
We plan on hitting Colorado and Utah as well.
See,
so probably
now
back
you're
to
talking.
Moana.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Now you're talking.
Now you're
So-
talking
Now the fireflies are worth it.
about- yeah.
All
So-
day. All
Nope.
day.
I mean,
The
after
plan-
they hit
I feel like-
Colorado, the Fireflies are gonna be.
I feel like the I feel like the end destination could have been a little more epic. Like Tennessee, okay, cool, great. What's in Tennessee? Fireflies.
Oh,
and their food.
All right.
Yeah,
dude.
that's another
music,
thing.
music,
Food.
music.
I hear
okay,
food is
I'll
really
give you
good.
that. I'll
Country.
give you that.
And I
Music.
hear it's like really like scenery wise, it's really nice in Nashville.
yeah.
Yep. Nashville, Tennessee.
Mhm.
I would love to go to Nashville, Tennessee.
So, I'm gonna go back to the YouTube channel and stuff like that. So I know your channel's grown in like a really short amount of time, but do you feel it's like helpful and informative to like your viewers? Like, do you get like emails and messages saying like, "Thank you for this. You saved me so much time." Blah blah blah. You know, like.
So yes, so I never really want to put people on the spot, so I've never like actually showed it on my YouTube channel. Like, look, guys, because I don't want to sound like that guy either.
Yeah.
But yes, I always tell them too. Like, I appreciate them a lot
You do
because
every video.
every once in a while I do get trying to be humble as I can, but I get it a lot. Like, hey, you know, your videos help me out a lot. Without you, I would have spent this much money, or oh man, like you respond so quick compared to other people. Like I appreciate your helping me out on if they have a questions like on lifts or I don't know stuff like that. But yeah, I get that a lot. Like I get between comments, emails, anything. Just thank you for helping me out. It's nice. Like seriously, sometimes there are paragraphs and paragraphs where I'm like, damn, you know.
Yeah.
That's
That means
cool.
you're doing
That's
a good
real
job.
cool.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
awesome. That's the whole point. You know.
Especially that you're interactive with your audience. Like that's super important,
Absolutely.
especially when you're like building the brand of, Jesse Rizzo, and all that good stuff. Like that's really important to people.
What's the meanest thing anyone's ever said?
I mean,
to you?
hang on. Off track,
tell you.
off subject for a quick second, but we had viewers from Northern California come down to our event because of you.
yes,
Just because of, what we did.
absolutely.
Yeah. And it was so cool because she won a bunch of raffle items.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I was so happy for her. That was awesome. That
Yeah.
it was her and her brother, right?
Her and her
Yeah.
brother.
Her and her
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was
And
like,
they were
man.
some of the coolest people ever,
Oh,
too.
right?
Man. They were
Yeah.
some as soon as they got there, they saw the Syndicate brand come in because we were the first ones.
Yeah.
So they
No,
saw the
she
Syndicate
was
name.
the first one. But
Well,
yeah,
she
yeah,
was there, and
there
she right away
early.
came up and she told us exactly who she was, why she was there.
She had just
mentioned
bought her
you.
truck, too,
She had
didn't
just
she?
bought her truck.
Yeah.
She was so excited to be
Yeah.
there just for the event. I was like, "What?
That's
You
awesome.
came,
drove
you
from
drove
where?
like 8 hours to
She
be here
woke
for
up
4
at like
hours.
what 3, 4 in the morning or something.
Yeah,
Something
But
crazy
she
like
made
that.
she made the
All day.
best. I don't know if you guys caught this, but she made the best out of being
She
in the
did.
brewery.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
when she was winning the prizes, she was like,
awesome.
Thank you so much for all. Thank you so much."
yeah, with all those free tokens you were giving out.
All right. I just wanted to point that out because your reach is like really inspiring to people. But let's get back into it. I forgot what
The
question
meanest?
you were going to.
Yes, the meanest.
Yeah, I mean,
I've had a couple, but some that I can remember is you're so short. How could you even get into that truck? Or,
What?
which I know I'm short, but
Really?
damn,
That's
and then
amazing.
another one was, you look so Asian. Open your eyes. I'm not even Asian. I'm Mexican.
That's crazy.
And then there's more, but these are the funny
Yeah.
ones, And another one was, let me try to remember, but
haters
it's-
are the biggest fans.
Yeah.
Anyway. Haters are the
Yeah,
biggest
Someone's
fans.
channel is not doing so well, so they're hating on you.
oh, and talking about that, I'm not gonna bring up a name, but when I finally started, Chris knows this guy. When I
know who
finally
it is.
started, yeah, you know who it is. When I started my, I don't want to bring drama, that's why I'm not saying the name. But when it started growing significantly, or is that the word? Yeah.
Significantly.
Yeah, you see, I'm Mexican. I can't even say the word.
Vamos a hablar en español.
Sí, por favor.
Hey, oh, yeah, oh.
Ay, hablamos de Danny.
No habla.
Yeah, but this guy started hating so much. He would always like talk crap to me or say like, I never even knew who this guy was, And he'd be like, "Oh, like you got that from me." Like, no, I didn't. And then I finally ended up watching the videos. It's like nothing compared to the way I would make them. So it's kind of like okay, And then he would just always talk crap to
Keyboard warrior.
Yeah, all the time. And then Chris bought some products from him. I'm not gonna say what because I will give out the name, but
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
yeah. And then I guess he found out that we were friends. So then he kind of ghosted Chris when he needed some warranty work.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ghosted one of my other good friends, which is Nate, which is, one of our other presidents.
Yeah.
And No Chill. Yeah. And then he just started from there and then started hating on other people that we hang out with.
Wow.
Which they didn't care because they were kind of like, okay, this guy's just weird. Like, we're not in high school no more,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too much into it, but yeah,
We all know who it is now.
yeah, probably.
I don't even think.
And then-
he's a nobody.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen him in person many times at events. Walk past them, look at
Yeah.
him, nothing.
Nothing.
So
Not
I'm
until he's
just like-
behind the keyboard.
So it's just
Nice.
like, okay, whatever,
You just kind of do this with people like that, you know.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few.
Hey, you know, you
We've
should
had
send
our
him
fair
like
share.
a custom Jesse Rizzo T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Hey, this is
Yeah.
for
man.
my biggest fan. My biggest fan. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
But
man.
yeah,
It's
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
mentioning like haters and stuff,
Yeah.
they are really your biggest fans because they're the ones that they're gonna dislike the video, but they're gonna watch it and they're gonna watch it full.
Exactly.
Mhm.
They're gonna go from
yeah.
minute
You're
0
getting your
to
views
minute
still.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
yep.
that view, you just gave me my watch time right there.
Exactly.
Yep.
helps you.
So
So Jesse, for a lot of those that are, because everyone is like so intrigued by YouTube. Obviously, it's such a huge thing, and there's a lot of people wanting to like start their own channel or do this or do that. What is it a hard process, and what is the main thing to keep in mind if you do decide to start a channel and
So there's a
and proceed
lot
with it?
that goes into that. And I mean, I'm still learning and I'm still growing. My channel is like by far not big, but
Mhm.
it's still growing.
It's bigger than ours.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
But what?
Oh.
Yeah, so
Just asking.
Wow.
Wow is right.
That's
Jesus.
crazy.
the main thing I would say
Took a
is
minute.
you have to be really patient in the beginning because you're going to get 1 view, you're going to get 2 view, and you can't let that hurt you. Like, no one knows you, so it's
Right.
So the way I did it, to be honest, when I was still starting, like I said, I'm still small, so I don't want people out there thinking, oh, he's bragging, he's small. I know I'm a small channel. But what I did was every time I'd post a video, I would send it out to friends, family, all the time. And then it's nice when you have other people that are still supporting you, like those friends and family that
Right.
even ask you, hey, when are you uploading again? That also gives you like encouragement, to keep going. And then, because you're not going to see no money in the beginning. You're not going to see your views. Your subscribers are probably going to stay the same. Like I was saying, I was stuck at 300 subscribers for the longest, and that was probably all like friends and family.
Right.
But look at
right.
the transition that you made that now has boosted that
Yeah.
much more.
And that's another thing too. So as far as like starting it, be patient with the numbers. Don't always be about the numbers. Do it as a passion. Do it because you like it. Have fun with it. People like to see yourself versus being fake, I guess you could say.
Right.
So that's the main thing. And then another thing is be consistent. If you start missing an upload date, if you start slacking off, I've seen it myself. Your views go down. You maybe lose subscribers. Thankfully, I haven't seen that yet, which I'm seriously thankful for that. But as far as views, I've seen that. If you skip days, so make sure you don't skip any days at all. If you're going to be uploading, like for me, mine is Wednesdays and Sundays, keep it to that. Do not let it go. I'd say like a good amount of uploads, if you're starting off, maybe 3 a week.
Wow.
Keep it like that. Don't stress yourself out doing more.
How long do you typically have your videos to?
So I guess YouTube's algorithm, the best way to have them is 10 minutes and higher. And then you can add more commercials once you get to that point. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I typically go, I want to say between like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
My older ones, they're between 3 to 5 minutes because I didn't really know the algorithm or how to do it or what the minutes were until I started asking bigger channels. But yeah, they said 10 to 15 minutes is probably a
And do you-
good.
do you
So
do
for-
all your
Oh,
editing? Sorry, I didn't mean
What's
to
that? Sorry?
Do you do all your own editing and whatnot?
Yeah, so that's another thing.
And
As far
filming?
as editing, if you guys look into my older videos, I actually used to use Windows. It comes with it. I forgot what it's called, but it comes with the computer. Anybody probably has access to that one. I've always done it from the beginning myself. But now I actually use Adobe Premiere Pro,
Okay.
and I'm still learning on it, so I'm not good at it at all. I'll be honest. I do that. As far as like thumbnails, which people ask me sometimes, how do you do them? Adobe Photoshop. That's what I use for that. So it's Adobe Premiere Pro for video editing, and then Adobe Photoshop for the thumbnails.
Okay.
So to put out a
Just
solid.
I mean, just for people that don't know what a
You
thumbnail
just
is.
How did
interrupted
you
me.
just
Oh,
like,
wha-
he was
you-
literally
you just literally
full on-
interrupted me.
That was messed
There
up.
was
And had no
type of
care in the world
consideration
about
at
doing
all.
it,
Like you straight up
and just kept going.
interrupted him and
Are you
didn't even
serious?
bother saying,
care
like,
if I
"Hey, excuse
interrupt
me," like-
Sergio. He's
Wow.
not important. Thank you. He's not important.
Go
But I'm just
ahead,
saying,
Danny.
like, people who don't know what a thumbnail is,
That's true.
let's
I should have
educate 'em
explained
for a-
that.
for a quick
So
second.
as far as the thumbnail, when
"I'm
you're on
gonna nail your
YouTube,
thumb to your head is what it means.
damn, those tickle. But no, on YouTube, or you could say a thumbnail is when you upload a video. It's the video itself, of course, and then you got to put in your tags, kind of like Instagram. You got to tag it. Oh, and that's another thing. You got to make sure you do your research on tagging. I could get into that later, but the thumbnail would be the actual picture that anybody sees when you're scrolling through the YouTube channels or scrolling through like your search engine. The videos that you see out there, that's called an actual thumbnail. Until you actually click on it, then it's
So
the
like
video.
the text overlay on top of the thumbnail would be like Photoshop. That's
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
I did this or DIY that.
Exactly,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Which, I mean, essentially you could probably just use paint. And it, to be all honest, I mean, you're not going to get the full, clean effect, but you can use paint to write
Right.
over a picture.
I used
Yeah.
to do ours on my phone.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
editing
You
app.
can do it, yeah.
Just import the image or write the text that
Exactly.
you want, font.
Yeah, you could do it. Even editing. I mean, there's a lot of good editing programs that are free.
We just informed our 2 subscribers what a thumbnail is.
I think we have at least like 8.
So
Give us
so
something.
for a
It's probably
solid.
us.
I want to
Yeah.
ask Jesse
Okay.
a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Jesse,
Yes.
for a 10-minute video, how many minutes do you say you'd have to film
to get the
to
10
get the
minutes.
10
That's a
minute video?
decent question, buddy.
Okay.
That's a decent question.
For 10 minutes, I want to say anywhere between a 40-minute to hour and a half long of filming would be like a 10-minute video. That's semi-okay. It all depends, to be honest. I mean, if you're getting a lot of content right away when you're filming,
Mhm.
then, you got the 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
But it's always, as far as, I mean, I've heard this from bigger YouTubers, it's always best to just keep recording through whatever you're doing. So that way, maybe later when you go back to editing, you don't like this part of the video, so you can edit it out and use this other part until you of course, you got to compress the video. You can't have like an hour-long
Right.
video. No one's going to watch that.
And I appreciate you saying that, because a lot of people don't understand when you were talking about earlier as far as like being consistent in your uploads every week. They don't understand a lot of what comes with that. So people just say, I want to launch a YouTube video, and they think they're going to automatically be successful, but they don't understand how much time it takes. Okay, the first biggest task, as we already know, is finding the content that
Yeah.
is relevant and that people
Will
think
watch.
people will want
Your
to watch.
niche.
Then filming the content, that's a huge thing. And,
also
then editing the
equipment-
content.
Equipment too.
I was
Equipment.
gonna say, how much have you invested, would you
So-
say, into?
I'll be honest, and this goes, I know I keep bringing it up, but this goes to my older videos. I actually only recorded on my iPhone for the longest. It's
That's
just
awesome.
barely
Really?
barely a couple months ago. I just bought that camera, my Canon, I think it's a T6 or T7i. And that one, like I said, I'm trying to be humble, but I'm just being honest. When I started making money on YouTube, I would save it. When I finally got enough, I used that YouTube money to actually buy the
Invest
camera.
it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Smart.
So, and tax write-off.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
And then from there, here and there, I'd buy mics. I'd buy just every little thing, tripod, and anything I needed for the channel. It'd just be here and there. My stuff's still kind of basic compared to, of course, what others have. But, I mean, you got to work with what you got, what you could afford.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, like I said, I would record with my phone. When I would go vlogging back in the day, even when I bought the Tacoma, I still just had the phone. I would record it with my phone. That's it. And that I was embarrassed, yeah. That's another thing too that people don't understand. You think it's easy, but once you have the camera in front of you,
It's a whole
especially
other thing.
yeah.
No,
I was
he's the
like,
worst.
He's struggling the most right now
Don't even
with
get me
it.
started
Yeah.
with that.
And keep in mind, that's probably indoors when you're recording. When you're out
I'm a
in
pro.
public,
Hi,
oh
this is
gosh.
Sergio, Syndicate Offroad.
That was the very first video we shot.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
It was horrible.
No,
He was learning his pace.
we probably did like 30 takes. I bet our
Do you
partner who
do you
does
do
the editing
takes,
was
or
just
do you
like,
do like full videos and then you're like, okay, no, I want to do it again, and then you do the full video again?
So that's another thing with me. I mean, even though I've been doing it for a little while, like I said about the being nervous on camera, because it's different. Like you can say, yeah, I'm gonna be good, and you practice it off camera. You're awesome. You get everything down. Once that thing flips on, that's it. Game over. You're like, huh? You know. So as far as the takes, I try to rehearse it before recording, and then I try to do it as natural as possible when I'm actually hit the record button. But even then, if you notice in my videos, I mess up a lot. So there's a lot of cuts because of that. And I try to I want to keep it as natural as I can. So that's why I don't like to do too many takes over. So I want it to be just I want to be myself.
I feel like it's more difficult too from your perspective, because when you're doing a DIY video, there's tools you have to mention, there's parts, there's specific tabs you got to remove, this and that. So it's a lot of stuff, and especially since you're so detailed, I bet that's probably why it's like retake, like, oh crap, I forgot this step, or oh, I should have mentioned this or something like that.
And it happens, and sometimes right there, those are the times that I do have to do a retake. Because there's been times where I do an install and I've never done it before. So when I'm teaching, it's kind of like it's my first time too.
Do you do the install
I was
and then
gonna ask
redo
that.
the install for the video?
No.
Oh, no.
Hell no.
I was
try
going to
to-
say, because that would seem logical, but no.
So what I do, for example, like with my Diode Dynamics fog lights that I just got, I mean, I've done it many times, taking off my bumper and all that. But with this one, it was a little different, the brackets and stuff. So with that one, I did kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to need this one. So I kind of like look what I'm going to need, like as far as tools and what I'm going to do. And then I hit the record button. And if I find out, oh, damn, this doesn't look right, then that's when I kind of re-record. But I try to avoid that. I try to just go with the flow and, of course, make it as clean as possible. And
Yeah. Because, I mean, eventually when we start like doing more YouTube on our end, it's going to be more of like adventures with the trailers. So I think it's going to be a little bit easier for us because we just like kind of be ourselves and show the scenery, the drive.
It's definitely different, because for us, it's just like if we can be ourselves and it's fun, and that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's another thing. So I'm going to go back to when you were talking about when I took apart my whole truck. That took 13 hours to film.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
Gosh.
13 hours to film. It took me like a whole day to edit a 15-minute video.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So that was horrible.
Wow.
I did it,
when I watched that video, I was
teach,
just
but-
like, there's no way. I don't care how DIY I get, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I got a lot of
Taking
people.
my seeds,
I'll pay somebody to
ripping
do
it.
that one.
Yeah.
Like literally, if you could picture a inside of a Tacoma Cab completely gutted, no seats, no center console, just
nothing.
steel and wires.
For
no.
all the work you put in, did you get the amount of views that you were hoping for?
Yeah, it paid me back for the work.
What about the sound?
The sound, so I've actually, that same company, they've actually sponsored me in the past with my car content.
Oh, okay.
So they actually contacted me when they saw I got the Tacoma.
Nice.
And they told me, hey, would you mind doing this again
Nice.
for us? And I liked it in my car. In my Civic, I had I did it in my Civic, not in the Subaru. I had a full sound system and I liked it.
Okay.
So
they're solid.
they're a
Nice,
solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that took that long to film, that long to edit. As far as like when we did our Utah trip, that vlog, I just get the camera and go. So it was literally just us, and it was a one take type
like
of thing.
raw footage.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
literally
that's
raw.
The fun footage. to
Yeah,
put
it
together,
is.
though, because it's just like
And
whatever
it makes
happens,
you laugh.
happens.
It
Yeah,
makes you laugh.
exactly.
Like when I was editing that, I was laughing through the whole time, and like, man, that was so
I
fun.
feel so bad for Chris.
Dude, he destroyed. Oh my god. Yeah, that was an epic trip, and it was cool. I gotta like when we got to Arizona. I guess I have a subscriber out there that's he's a tour guide. for the Pink Jeep tours.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
We've been on them.
Yeah.
They're so much
so
fun.
he actually
not
he
about
actually
you.
took us on a
Not
little.
about you.
He
not
took
about
us.
you,
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
Okay. But yeah, he actually took us during the day, on a little adventure in those little Pink Jeep tours.
Nice.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed. I don't hope he doesn't get in trouble for this, but I mean, he was doing donuts in the Jeep, freaking jumping the Jeep, and
Yeah.
it was. Oh man, that was
It's fun, right?
It was fun.
Those
Yeah.
Take
that's
Jesse with
such
us.
a fun tour.
No, after that, he told us, he's like, "Hey, I have a Tacoma too. You guys want to come out later at night with my buddies?"
That's awesome.
Nice.
And so we got like a behind the scenes tour of Arizona, and
That
the
is so
backside.
cool.
And
It's beautiful
yeah,
too,
and-
right?
Mhm.
well, I guess all his it was beautiful, day and night. And
Yep.
at night, they took us, like I said, like another tour, but with our own trucks.
Wow.
And all the people, all his friends, were also tour guides there. So they were telling us about the stars, and they took us on like Devil's Staircase or something like that.
Oh,
You guys
heard of
ever-
it.
In Sedona, right?
Oh my God, I thought I was gonna blow up my truck right there. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
talking about Chris, that you feel bad for him, he destroyed his truck there.
Did he
His-
really?
yeah, he kept hitting everything. I felt bad. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
damn.
because that's for Jeep. I mean, Jeeps
It
can go
is.
through
It
it,
really
no problem,
is. Yeah,
but-
ours were like a little. I'm a little bit higher than Chris,
So
so
you got
that's
the
why he was hitting
clearance.
more. Yeah, you need clearance.
Let's
So
see.
if he was, I mean, he's a good off roader. You guys have seen him.
Yeah.
It's just he needed a little more clearance. But yeah, he was banging. Like his exhaust went into his fender and
Oh.
broke a couple other things and
flat tire.
flat
too.
tire. Yeah, flat
Messed up
tire.
his side skirts.
Messed
and all
up.
that.
Yeah, fender. That whole trip, he's just
He didn't care,
Poor
though.
truck. Yeah,
He
no.
doesn't care.
No,
He's just like,
I love
"Send me,
Chris
bro."
because, like, yeah, exactly.
Hey, but you're out there to have
in, like,
fun.
a definition. He's just like, send it. That's totally
Yeah.
Send
nice.
it.
Yep.
But I mean, that's what it should be. Have fun with your
Have
rig
fun.
and enjoy it. You
So-
built it for that, so
What do you
enjoy
have
it.
on your rig right now, or what are your future plans with your rig?
So right now, I may miss some things. I don't have too much. Like, I have. I'll start with the front. I have like ditch lights, which ditch lights are the lights on Tacomas that you see on the hood. I'm sure other trucks and Jeeps have them, but as far as if people don't know, ditch lights are the ones essentially the lights on your hood. They're like little pods. I have that. I have fog lights, like aftermarket ones, aftermarket grill. I have a Canon intake. Suspension, I have. I don't have nothing crazy. It's a Bilstein 5100 in the front. Bilstein 5160 with remote reservoirs in the rear. A Deaver Adaleaf, I think it is.
You just recently installed that too, right?
That one, yeah, that was
Yeah.
recent.
Pretty
because-
simple install.
Yeah, it was easy. A couple bolts.
Yeah.
And then wheels, I have Icon Rebound 17-inch wheels.
Nice.
Tires, I actually had Toyo Open Country all-terrains, but I recently got the Falcon Wild Pinks.
Wild Peaks.
Yeah, all-terrains. Thanks to Chris, he hooked it up with all four.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He wanted me to try them out, so
How do you like them?
I like them. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
In mud, they're good.
Okay.
That's
so-
what I'm running, but they're kind of bald now. So
Oh yeah, you do have those.
Yeah, yeah.
I have that. I have an exhaust from MBRP, Best Top, Super Top, thanks to them. I just have like random things, a CB radio, I don't know, a Princey roof rack. I don't know, just random stuff.
Nice.
I don't really have nothing too crazy like you guys. But
Do
Do you have
wanna-
a rooftop tent?
I don't actually. I don't. So that's as far as future plans. As much as I love my Best Top, I've slept in it, a couple times. But I would want to get a rooftop tent, for maybe like the summer.
Yeah.
Just go out, and I know it's easy to pop open. I'm actually working with another company. I can't say the name yet because if it doesn't happen.
of course.
As far as shocks, so these are supposed to be like a
Oh,
really.
I know who it is. I know who it is. I know who it is. I know who it is.
Yeah. This should be a big upgrade from what I have right now.
Who is it?
Can't say.
Can't say.
Yeah. Those are super thick.
So, question. So, all these, like, all the stuff that you just explained on your truck,
Yeah.
how much of those aftermarket parts were gifted or discounted through
Sponsored.
because sponsored, yeah, because of your YouTube channel? Because I know you work with companies to
Yeah.
provide videos, DIY stuff. talk about just their products in general? Because I know you just did a best top, super top giveaway, right?
Yeah, and that's a big thanks to them.
It's a soft top that goes over your the bed of your truck.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them pop up more and more now too.
Yeah,
ever since I've seen you and Chris have them, it's like they've just been
they're
popping
nice.
up more and more.
They're really nice. They're really nice. But yeah, so I mean,
yeah. So I'll be honest. I mean, almost all of it has been a sponsorship.
Good for you.
Awesome.
Almost everything. My wheels that I did purchase, tires I did purchase, my CB radio I purchased, but almost everything else has been through sponsorships, and I'm really thankful for them to even get a hold of me and actually believe in me.
And
That's awesome.
and I just wanted to throw this out there. Your YouTube channel is actually really powerful because you have a lot of you have in the big world of YouTube, your channel's small, but your community that follows you and watches you, it's very powerful. Because I know we did some product promotion stuff with you a while back, and we got a ton of sales from it just because people were so interested in your videos.
So many people follow him.
Right, exactly. And it's just
they're loyal. They're loyal.
They're loyal.
Yeah.
They're loyal.
And they love the DIY stuff because, in the off-road world, that's a huge part of our community, so it's like they respect you for what you do.
And I appreciate them a lot for that. Both the people that do view, because I want to call them friends. I don't really want to call them subscribers. Just being honest. And they do end up being friends. I'll be honest.
Right.
Sometimes when I meet them on the trails or at
Say,
events,
obviously, look at you went trailing with them when you went to Utah, things like that, Arizona.
Yeah, and you end up becoming friends. So if you call them a subscriber, it's kind of like you're calling them a number, and no one wants to be called a number,
Yeah.
So
I like that.
As far as that, and then I appreciate the companies too. Like my truck wouldn't look nowhere near what it does if it wasn't thankful to them.
Yeah.
And especially Best Top, they've been super nice, like especially to give away product, through my end for the people.
That's awesome. Well, you know what? I mean, they make the best. Their products are top notch.
They do.
They
actually
really,
started with
really,
Jeeps.
really, yes.
Yeah. So you probably
That's how I know because I've been following them for a while.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that they have for Jeeps that are super cool, and they make the best fit. They make the best resistance. There's a lot of people out there trying to do what they do, but they're still top, you know. So
top-notch.
The fact that they're cool, as aside from that, and you're saying that they're easy to work with and easy to get along with, that's even better. I mean, I love companies like that.
And they do soft and hard tops, right?
I don't know if they do.
I don't know
hards.
if they do hard.
It's just
I'm not
I think it's just soft tops. But I know as far as like their Jeeps, they've been coming out with like some different type of.
I love their convertibles.
Yeah, they have like convertibles now. There's another big YouTuber, Light Bright, I think her name is.
Oh, yeah.
She has an awesome channel. But I know she's rocking, I think, that one, the convertible one. And that thing's cool.
Nice, real nice.
If I had a Jeep, I'd probably rock that. But
dude, their JL is...
It's just built.
It's built, yeah. I think they did... I don't know what kind of swap. I think it was an LS3 swap or something like
crazy,
that.
yeah.
It's beefy, dude. It's, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm there one day, like in their level. But for now, I just got to be happy with what I have.
You will be, brother.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Your channel has grown so fast. I remember, I think it was 4 or 5 months ago, you were at 13,000 or 14,000 or something like that, and it just jumped.
Yeah, and I also want to point out, don't get confused, everyone out there. He just said that most of everything on his vehicle has been sponsored, but at the same time, don't forget all the time and effort he's put into his YouTube channel, which in return has gotten him these sponsorships. It doesn't just come for free.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And you don't just start something, and like you said, you don't. If you think you're going to start something and just, I'm going to get off. No, it doesn't work that way. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be loyal. You've got to be honest. You've got to be good at what you do, and you've got to put in some work.
Consistency.
That being said, touching on that, because I don't want them to get confused. Like
Exactly.
When I started, it wasn't. I didn't have sponsorships. I would do small things on the truck, LED conversions, stuff like that. Yeah, I did buy. And I did them as far as educational, how to do it. But I did do a bunch of stuff like that before. And then that's when I started, jumping into that. And yeah, it just led from there.
I feel like a really important lesson is like for something like this, if you treat it like a job, you will start to reap the benefits.
Yeah,
of a
exactly.
job.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a job.
Exactly.
You
It
know?
is.
It is a lot of dedication, a lot of time, a lot of money invested into it. You know, like
Yeah.
equipment, tools.
But at
Yeah,
the same
it's not
time, like he
cheap.
said, it's not a job he has a passion for. He wants to teach
Right,
people. He
right,
wants
right.
to
But
give
I'm just saying,
people
like,
that
if you have that,
easiness. Can I
like-
finish talking?
No, I like to argue, so let's do this.
I like to argue too. We
I
can
know
argue.
you are the most stubborn.
We can go
person
back and forth
ever.
all day
Oh
long.
my God.
Jesse, I have probably like the most serious question of today's podcast, and please tell me, do you like my Jeep?
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, can we get that cue?
Should we walk away or no? I'm just kidding.
And
Oh
that's it
my
for
God.
today, folks.
Jesse, that was the most
Let's
serious question of
wrap
today's
it
podcast, and
up.
you're gonna like disrespect the
as
question
the-
like that?
As the most
Jesse
unserious
liked
question,
my Jeep over yours, buddy.
Wow, Jesse.
Even though my Jeep is no longer with us. Rest in peace.
I'm kind of sad about that one.
You
But
goof.
no, honestly, I do. You've built it well.
Thank you, Jesse.
That's, like,
You are
really-
the You know what? Jesse is
I'm
now.
not even gonna comment
Jesse
on that.
is
'cause
now
there's-
my
there is
favorite.
So much stuff. No. Get that clapping out of here, because there's
Hey, so you
so
just
much
took a
stuff I
look-
could say.
I used to think Jesse was real, and he's a
Damn.
Hey, haters will always be your biggest fans.
you
So
got a
you
little
just
brown
took-
stuff on your
you
nose.
just took a
Damn.
peek.
I'm in there. I'm just kidding.
You just peeked at at our trailer build.
Yeah.
What are your? Can you tell us a little bit like about how great it is?
no.
Can you
Give me
okay,
your
I want to
honest
know
opinion.
something you're hoping to see.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm hoping.
I'm not putting a bathtub in it, dude. So don't start getting.
I was gonna say a hot tub, but I guess
Hot tub on the roof. Hey.
no. Sergio actually mentioned something when I hopped in there and I asked you about that little cupboard. Having a flat screen would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool actually.
Okay.
I mean, hey, when you're after your long off-roading day, when you're out in the wild,
That's a good point.
come home and watch well, not home, but
Taking
Yeah.
home away from
Back to your
home
trailer.
and watch some TV.
Yep. So so we're still able to do that on that space. That's why they designed it that way. So
Yeah.
thank you for the feedback, because we were kind of going back and forth. Like, do we want to do that? Do we not?
Yeah.
Do they really?
I think
want
it should
that
be
out
an
there?
option though, because some people will probably want that space as far as like something else. I don't know.
cubby space. or
Yeah. So I think it should be like an optional option.
Mhm.
Like, do they want you don't have to include the TV, but maybe just include the mount
Mhm.
or something.
Oh,
you know?
gotcha.
Mhm.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Like a
Okay.
pull-out one. I don't know, something.
Okay.
You could do something like that. But as far as the whole build, I don't want to touch too much on it because I know it's a secret right now. It looks cool.
Yeah. Thank
and
you.
what you guys put onto it and are putting onto it, I think it's going to come all together. As far as that, I hope I get to try one out one day. Of
Yep.
course, not have one.
And we're
but-
hoping that you're gonna do us a favor and do like a review of it. And
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Whether
Maybe
it's
take it
good
out.
or bad, you go full blown force and say, "Hey, I love this" or "I hate this."
All right, should I send it when I have it on the truck?
Sure.
Or? No,
Oh,
I'm just,
sure.
I'm just kidding.
Send the
Send
old,
it.
Send the
Send
old
it.
trailer.
Just kidding.
the first one
the test
the
model.
other one
Yeah.
we have the test model. We did that a few times.
Yeah, we,
so
Oh, yeah.
we flipped
that
the
was so
trailer.
much fun.
No,
Oh,
damn,
yeah, no, it was
Oopsie.
fun.
on purpose,
Black
on
one.
purpose for all the the 3 people that listen to us. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that should be cool. It's,
Yeah.
it's looking like it's coming together.
Okay.
I like
getting
that you're putting 35s on it.
Ooh,
That
we're
being
excited
said,
about
though,
that.
what about the people?
Well, hang on.
What-
We're thinking about doing just 33s on
I was
the
gonna
trailer
ask
because
that.
they're
Yeah.
more.
What-
They're gonna make more sense.
Well, no,
35s are ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's optional.
I was gonna say
It
maybe
is,
optional
yes.
because how would it ride if people have 33s right now, and then they have 35s? I think it'd be too slanted or something. But
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
no.
35s are a big tire. So
They are. I think for this one, we just because it is our first. I don't want to say show model, but we are going to be taking it to different events, and we're going to do different overland shows,
Yeah.
as well as like allow like people like you to take it and review it. We wanted to go just a little exaggerated and show people that we have the capacity. We're able to do
yeah,
this.
to do it.
The thing about us, and I think what we appreciate the most is that if you come to us and say, "Hey guys, I want my trailer, but I want it to have this here, this here, this here, and I want these tires, these wheels," Like we're able to do that. We do everything.
And that's
we
the
don't.
cool.
Yeah, we don't. You know, we have full control from start to finish.
And that's the cool part, because unlike right now, if you go buy a trailer, most of the time it's like it's set up and you got to buy it like that.
Yeah.
Right, and we're trying to get away from that a little bit, and we're trying to make it more
Yours.
not only yours to the fullest, but also budget friendly, where it's like, hey guys, I want one really bad, but I only have this much money. Can we work with that?
And
versus no, we're gonna shove this down your throat.
And we
And
offer
that's
financing.
that's it.
That being said, I won't say the brands because I don't know if you guys are saying brands yet or not. But as far as like the roof rack that you guys put on, the awning that's installed currently, what if someone says, "Hey, I want this other brand"? Are you guys able to do that, or how's that going to work for a little while?
So right now, and we can't say the brands. We're working with Frontrunner.
Okay.
We Frontrunner and APS is the two main companies that we've launched our first two models with, the test model and this one.
More companies soon to come, but we can't
Yes,
discuss
more
those
companies soon
yet.
to come. And as far as being able to, diversify, because obviously Frontrunner is pricey. Why? Because they make the best product. So there is, we will have other options available on the platform for you to choose from.
Yeah.
But Frontrunner for us was like the best choice, just because
It's just
we
built
really
well.
love their product.
Yeah.
Like their product
And
is
we do
built
have
so well.
We do have a relationship with them because they've supported us at like our
Exactly.
events
From
and
the
stuff like
beginning.
Yeah, so we
And-
just kind of figured.
Not only that, I mean, I'm running Princeton, I'll be honest, but I know Frontrunner too, and their product is good. I'm just being honest, and that's
Yeah.
from someone that's running the opposite company.
But more for Toyotas, especially. I do see a lot of Toyotas, especially because of the shape. And
I was gonna say
everything.
that. I
They
think it's
like
the design.
Prinsu design.
It's the
because
design.
it flows so
Oh,
well
really?
with
Yeah.
Tacomas. So and Frontrunner's a little bit more rounded on the edge, so
Yeah,
it'll
so
sit
it-
up off your.
I feel it
your-
as far as on a Tacoma, I feel like it'd sit more of a aftermarket. Not, I mean, it is an aftermarket thing, but I'd feel like it looks more of like an Amazon,
Yeah.
But as far as quality, I know their quality is good. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm talking, as far as looks on a Tacoma.
Yeah,
but
of course.
And
quality,
everything's
so-
different because on my truck, I've seen pictures of it. I'm like, that looks cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like
yeah,
it.
I think it just depends on the truck.
But if I put a Prinsu on my truck, I'm gonna be like,
it might look weird.
I like them on the Tacomas.
yeah, exactly. So you get what
Gotcha.
I'm saying with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
So we will have options. Because like you said, everyone has different choices.
Taste and all that. Yeah.
Yep. We're a very, very open-minded, friendly company. We don't.
And we
We're like
understand
you, and we
everyone's
appreciate your way of handling the business because we believe in it and we feel the same way. We believe in loyalty. We believe in supporting those who support us, and we believe in making friends, like you just said earlier.
Exactly.
So if a company approaches us and says, "Hey, we want you to, is there room?" Of course, there's room.
Yeah, there's always room.
We're not exclusive to anyone. We've never made that deal with anyone.
Yeah, and everybody wants to grow. So
Yeah, why not? Why not help each other out?
Exactly.
We're down for
I
that.
feel like in like a year or two's time, Jesse's gonna be so big, he's not even gonna give us any time of day.
Hey Jesse,
Oh,
can you
come
come on
on.
our podcast?
Yeah, right. He's like,
Who are
He's
you?
gonna look at us like,
Yeah, who are you?
He's like, I'm gonna be in Florida that weekend. Sorry.
Jeez.
exploring the nature of
But if you
Florida.
guys
No,
don't already, go follow Jesse on YouTube.
I
Jesse
appreciate
Rizo. He also has made an Instagram.
I don't really go on
After
it,
much,
but-
I think it was like between us and Chris that kept bombarding this guy. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, make an
Make an
Instagram.
Instagram.
Like, what are you doing? Like, it's gonna help you in the end.
Yeah.
That Facebook, all that good
a lot
stuff.
of work.
sounds
stuff.
good. So Jesse, thank you again for being here with us. We really appreciate you taking time of your busy day.
I appreciate you guys having me
And
here.
we know it's early in the morning. Sorry we didn't have coffee and donuts. We're
I was hoping
failing.
for
We're
that.
failures, but
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
said we weren't. But no, thank you. Seriously, and good luck growing that channel.
Failure?
I think everyone appreciates it. I know that for a fact, actually. And we're
you.
excited to be able to, again, keep collabing with you. Thank you for being one of the main dudes on Syndicate Yodas. We appreciate you repping the brand and always carrying it, with respect and the loyalty and everything. So
Shout out to Chris and Nate
yes,
as well. They
yeah,
couldn't be
absolutely.
here
We were
today,
hoping
but
they would be here,
Yeah.
but they had things to do. So we'll have to reschedule and do something in the future and have all of you in here.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun show too.
Absolutely.
All right, so that concludes episode
6,
7,
maybe another 2.
9,
Of
4, 3.
Offroad World TV. So check us out on all the major podcast channels, Spotify and iTunes as well. Offroad World. Check us out on Instagram, Syndicate Offroad, or Overland Trailers USA on Facebook. That concludes this episode, and we'll see you next time.